Liverpool look unstoppable. Everyone said we're really going to find out what Liverpool are made of when this tough run of games comes. They've beaten Chelsea, they've beaten Leipzig, they've beaten Brighton twice, and they've just beaten Aston Villa and Leverkusen. This Liverpool side and this manager hasn't had a new signing. Federico Chiesa has only played something like 20 Premier League minutes. Arne Slot looks elite. And that's not overreactionary. He looks elite. Whatever obstacle comes his way, he has an answer for. Whether it's a low block against Crystal Palace, whether it's an attacking side like Brighton, whether you're up against one of the best sides in the world in Leverkusen, whether you're up against a manager that's won multiple European trophies in Unai Emery, he is blitzing everyone. Ryan Gravenberch is an absolute joke. Konate is a monster, and Mohammed Salah is Mohammed Salah. This Liverpool side, I'm telling you guys, is on the brink of something special. They're 5 points clear of Manchester City going into the international break and 10 points clear of Arsenal. This isn't a joke anymore. They are ridiculous. Make sure you go down, drop a like if you haven't already. If we get it 500 likes, that'd be absolutely glorious. And we just hit 30k. So the road to 50,000 subscribers is well and truly on. If you're enjoying the content, please hit that subscribe button. Around 90% of everyone who watches the content every month is not subscribed. So join. Now, when I went into this game and I saw the Manchester City result earlier, watched the majority of that game, and I predicted on the Football Terrace that Brighton would come back against City. I thought there's a lot of pressure on Liverpool tonight. Your title rivals have just lost. Arsenal play tomorrow. City are in a bit of a crisis. Arne Slot needs to go with an 11 that matches the physicality of the Villa centre-backs in Konsa and Carlos. And I thought Nunez was the right guy to play. I thought he may play Cody Gakpo because of his form, but he left him on the bench. And that's the sign of a really good manager to keep players hungry. And Darwin Nunez matched that physicality. Mohammed Salah on the right and Diaz on the left. But the Liverpool midfield and defence, honestly, guys, it is... we're talking about a team that's manager has been there, 4 months, 5 months? They understand the role of the team. They understand the style of football. Whenever a player goes off, whether it's Trent, Bradley comes on and has a monster performance. He was class. Whether it's McAllister or Curtis Jones that gets subbed off, Gravenberch comes on and does a job. Whether it's Nunez or Jota up front, they're both scoring goals. We're talking about a side that is firing on all cylinders. And we need to actually give them a lot more respect than we are, because they have won 15 of their 17 games this season. They drew to Arsenal and they lost to Nottingham Forest, which I think we can call a blip, even though Forest are a very good side right now. 15 of 17. That is ridiculous. The only side in the last 38 years that has got more points from a Liverpool perspective in the first 11 games was Jurgen Klopp's side in the 1920 season when they won the league, or 2021 season, whichever one it was. This Liverpool side, with 2 or 3 signings, I honestly think in January, with 2 or 3 bodies through the door, maybe more depth in the DM position, and maybe someone else in defence, I think they win the league. I'm going to be brutally honest. I predicted Arsenal to win the league, and I'm happy to say I got that wrong. This Liverpool side, the balance, the transition between defence and attack, they are frightening. The counter-attacks are deadly. We look at this Liverpool lineup, right? And I told everyone, you can watch my video back about a month ago when Alisson got injured against Crystal Palace. Kelleher is such a good replacement and probably the best number 2 goalkeeper in the world right now. Look at the balance in this back four. The best centre-back pairing in Europe right now. I don't care what. Forget Militao and Rudiger. Forget Saliba and Gabriel. Forget whatever centre-back pairing you want to throw in. Bastoni and De Vrij. They aren't on this level. This 6 goals conceded in 11 games. And 2 of those were against Arsenal. So if we take out the Arsenal game, that's 4 goals in 10. Robertson, superb tonight. Trent went off injured early. Bradley comes in, really good defensive job and loves to get forward. Konate and Van Dijk, superb. Kelleher made 2 big saves in that second half. Big saves, which kept Liverpool in the game. Gravenberch for me today. Him and Konate were the best players on the pitch. Gravenberch, listen, the best midfielder in the league right now. I do not care what anyone says. He is absolutely insane. The work rate, the determination, blocks on the line, last-ditch tackles, putting his body there for the club, playing for the badge, the passes to break the lines, the energy levels. He is relentless. He's so good. Like, bias aside, I can't stand Liverpool. Thinking back of that Champions League final, thinking about how many times they've beaten us. I'm happy to put my bias aside. He is unbelievable. And Konate tonight, a defensive masterclass. So many headers won. So many clearances. Last-ditch tackles. Playing out from the back under pressure. Even the guy even picked up an injury in that game. Monster. The first goal comes from Darwin Nunez. And we kind of saw Darwin Nunez in a nutshell. Missed a big chance from a header. Missed a one-on-one. But we saw an absolute brilliant goal from a counter-attack. I have no idea why Aston Villa have decided to have every single player practically in and around that box. 2 players on the edge, knowing that if Liverpool break, they are going to rip you to shreds with the pace of Nunez, with Salah, and with Diaz. And Virgil van Dijk, the ball goes into the box, it gets headed. Van Dijk runs onto it, and the way of pass from a centre back is delightful. It goes into Mohammed Salah's path. He runs onto it. Leon Bailey brings him down. It probably should have been a red card. Darwin Nunez runs onto it. And I thought the touch was a little bit heavy. I thought he's done too much. He's gone far wide. The pace of it, sorry, I got hiccups. The pace of the guy, he gets round and bang. Lovely connection, lovely finish. Darwin Nunez won first goal. He should have had 2. He should have had 2. And look, I like Darwin Nunez, but he's so frustrating to watch. And I'm not even a Liverpool fan. You see the best and worst of him. Second opportunity he gets, it's a lovely ball through. I think it was Mohammed Salah. Darwin Nunez running on goal. Kind of shimmies to his left, opens his body up, and you're thinking, right, just wrap that around the keeper, you know, anywhere to Martin his left, and that's in the back of it. I'm thinking, right, if he scores that, Liverpool score 3 or 4. I predicted a 4-0 win. I thought Liverpool would blitz them. But fair play to Villa, they hung on the game. Nunez has this shot, and it kind of goes just over the bar. And I'm like, if Liverpool have a top elite level striker, let's say a Victor Gyökeres or an Erling Haaland or someone of that ilk, and he bags that opportunity, Liverpool could, the amount of opportunities Darwin Nunez gets, he scores probably 1 in 3, 1 in 4 shots, something like that, maybe 1 in 5. His ratio isn't the best of any striker in terms of like conversion rate. However, he gets in so many good spaces in and around the box, pockets of space, you know, and that's what he did for that header. Gets that opportunity and should have scored. Half time, and I'm thinking, right. Then just before, around the 20th minute mark, obviously they lost Trent. Bradley come on. Around the half-time mark, I'm thinking, right, just into the first second half is when he had that chance. I'm thinking, right, we're going to see around the 60th minute typical Arne Slot changes, like for like. Curtis Jones, really good performance from him. Szoboszlai comes in, does the job. Gakpo comes on, who Arne Slot leans on a hell of a lot off the bench. Really good this season. I think he's got 5 goals. He's had his best performances in and around the League Cup. He has been really good. Sorry, apologies, my phone was going off. Really good so far for Liverpool. And, you know, he's been a great asset to him. And then they have a big penalty claim. I don't think it's a penalty claim from Torres. He's saying he gets fouled. Liverpool break. And Mohammed Salah, This guy, I'm telling you now, we are looking at a Premier League great. And I say that and really mean that. The numbers this guy puts up, creates the goal, scores the winner. The numbers he puts up season after season after season after season after season after season. Assists, goals, creating chances, winning free kicks, scoring penalties. One of the best wingers in Premier League history, and there is absolutely no doubt about it. I'm just checking how many. I think he's got 10 goals so far this season. In terms of his stats, 8 goals and 6 assists, 14 GA in 11 games in the league, 5 GA in 4 games in the Champions League, and 1 in 2 in the League Cup. So he's got 10 goals. He's got 20 GA in 16 games. That is ridiculous for a guy who everyone keeps saying he's finished, he's slowing down, he's 32. He is a monster. Absolute monster. He was brilliant tonight. Konate and Gravenberch. You know, Liverpool have won 9 of 11 games and they are 5 points clear going into the international break, and they are 10 points clear over another title rival, Arsenal. We are looking at a side that is brilliant. Really, really, really strong. They've only conceded 6 goals. Arsenal have conceded 11. City have conceded 13. Chelsea have conceded 12. Brighton have conceded 15. Fulham 13. Villa 17. Spurs 11. 15 goal difference already. In the Champions League, they're top. In the Champions League, they've won 4 out of 4. The only side to have done that. I tell a lie. Sporting have won. Oh no, Sporting haven't won 4 out of 4. 9 goal difference. Scored 10. They've conceded 7 goals in the Premier League and the Champions League in 15 games. Playing up against the best teams in the world. Huge, huge credit to Arne Slot. Huge credit. And everyone said, we're really going to find out what Liverpool are made of after this run. We're going to go through their fixtures because it's absolutely ridiculous. And I want to start with that Wolves game, right? We can go back before that to Liverpool, Bournemouth, and Milan. But I want to start with the Wolves game. Liverpool have won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 out of the last 11 they've won. Look at the run in the last, let's look at their last 6 games. They've scored 3 against Brighton, 2 against Brighton, that's 5. 1 against Liverpool, that's 6. 4 against Leverkusen, 10. 2 against Arsenal, 12. 2 today. 14 goals in the last 6 games. The numbers are relentless, ridiculous, stupid. Use whatever adjective you want. Look at this side. Even before that, beating Bournemouth, slapping West Ham, beating Chelsea, beating Bologna, beating Palace and Wolves. It's a side that has got, and you look at these fixtures coming up, I'm going to be honest, they're going to beat City and they will beat Real Madrid. Mark my words. Southampton away after the international break, they win. They'll probably maybe leave someone like Salah out of that game and bring in Gakpo. Maybe leave Gravenberch out and bring in Curtis Jones and play Curtis Jones and McAllister and Szoboszlai. 3 days later, up against Real Madrid, they will beat Real Madrid, I'm telling you. And then they play Manchester City. We're talking about a side that is absolutely phenomenal. It really is. Absolutely phenomenal. Like, stupidly good. Stupid. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think Liverpool have what it takes to win the Premier League? Do you think Liverpool have what it takes to win the Champions League? Because I'm looking at it right now, and I genuinely believe Liverpool right now are the best team in Europe. They're comfortably the best team in the Premier League. And I'm looking at a side that has no weakness at the moment. Yes, they could pick up injuries. Konate, Salah, Van Dijk. They've lost Alisson. Keller has come in. Looks really, really, really good. You know, 2 big saves from him tonight. And that was the only times his name was really mentioned. When you look at the match stats of tonight's game as well, you know, don't get me wrong, Aston Villa had chances, but it's how Arne Slot manages the game out. making the right substitutions. 63% possession up against a Champions League side. Because let's not forget, Aston Villa are a top 4 side at the moment. 14 shots, more shots on target, more possession, higher pass accuracy. Nearly, what's that? Nearly double the passes. Corners, fair enough, Villa got a lot more. But we're looking at the best team in the league at the moment. And the next 6 games, I don't know where they lose. Genuinely, right now, I do not know where Liverpool lose. I think they beat Southampton. I think they beat Madrid. I think they beat City. I think they beat Newcastle. I think they beat Everton. They are going to drop points eventually, but right now, I just don't know where that is. I don't know where that is. Make sure you go down, drop a like if you haven't already. I really would appreciate it. We get 500. That'd be absolutely glorious. And make sure you hit the subscribe button. We are approaching, I say approaching, we're miles off, but we are on the road to 50,000. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. I am